The northeast part of the United States lies parched under the worst drought to hit since 1930. Some New England states have not been so arid in a century. As far west as the Rocky Mountains and south to Virginia, the story is to varying degrees the same. While vegetable farmers suffer enough, the most desperately hit are livestock farmers. Not only are watering holes fast drying up, but the grazing fields are depleted. The farmers must buy grain and feed. Cans of water are hauled in from neighbors with deeper wells or from township sources. Well drillers, as here in Rhode Island, are in great demand to dig down to lowering water levels or to reopen old wells that have been in disuse since city water was piped in. Rivers in this and neighboring states are down, but the real concern is for the smaller streams that feed reservoirs upon which whole cities and townships depend for water. The village water pump, generally kept as more of a charmingly antique landmark than a utility, comes into its own again. And in some places, civil defense emergency pumps are put to use. Though the drought is something new in the Midwestern states, it has been building up for 3 years in the East. An ever-present danger of prolonged rainless periods is fire. In New York State alone, parks are closed in nearly 50 counties just on the eve of the autumn game hunting season. Other states, too, close their woodlands to hunters and campers, lest careless ones start forest or brush fires. Indeed, 2 major fires in New York's Bear Mountain Park are believed to have been deliberately set. Firefighters, both volunteer and from the State Conservation Department, are on the job night and day. New Jersey's reservoirs are reported to have scarcely over a month's supply, and the larger cities are facing water rationing. Damage to the state's farmers has been estimated at over $21 million. Connecticut, too, has just about enough water to last until Christmas. Meteorologists attribute the massive drought to a summer of prevailing westerly winds. Usually, this part of the country is subject to winds up from the Gulf of Mexico, bringing ample rains with them. This year's winds are largely from the Pacific. They hit the Rocky Mountains and drop their water there, with the result that California has been having disastrous floods, while the East went dry. There are various theories as to the cause of the changing wind pattern, but nobody can agree upon one or predict just how long it will continue to withhold rain from the East.